student goes on a racist rant about Beyonce's country music. Here it is.
I'm sorry, but if you're black, you're not country. I don't care. And I wish I meant that in the nicest way. But babe, I know you were raised in the country, or your grandparents were, I guess, your great granny and grandpas, but they was picking, okay? They wasn't planting. Just keep that in mind. They wasn't making money. They was getting sold for money. You ain't country.
Let's put up the picture full mass. Now, I don't condone racist people, but if you just have to be racist, be a racist like this one. At least we know she is in fact racist, clearly racist. You see this racist coming a mile away with millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable. We just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Nursing student at Indiana State University has caused outrage among her fellow students and outrage online for a racist comment toward Beyoncé. I mean, you do understand the beehive and everything, right, madam? All right, her comments were seemingly in response to Beyonce's record-breaking country album. We predicted it, easiest prediction in the world, by the way. Cowboy Carter, the highly anticipated project, was released last month and included features from Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone. Additionally, the megastar highlighted Black artists, Brittany Spencer, Willie Jones, and many others. The woman was exposed as a nursing student at the Terre Haute-based university, where the student population is mostly obviously white. People also called out how dangerous it would be if she entered the medical field with white supremacist views, which obviously was front and center in the discussion and debate, pointing out how racism in a public place creates a health crisis in a hospital, etc. Demonstrations erupted on campus this week, calling on the school to take action, shouting, quote, "Hate has no place here," and, quote, "Silence is violence." Protesters made a list of demands for university officials, including that they condemn the video and that the student face consequences. Indiana State University President Dr. Deborah J. Curtis issued the following statement. She posted, "Indiana State University community. We want to provide further emphasis on the commitment of Indiana State University to promote a supportive environment for all of our students. Upon learning that a racist video from an Indiana State University student was posted online, we immediately worked with the Vice President of Student Affairs to identify the student, communicate directly with the student leaders, and strategize how to prioritize student well-being and safety. Racism, hate speech, and discrimination of any kind is deplorable and in direct contradiction of Indiana State's mission, vision, and values. The students' comments in the video in no way represent the ideals and goals of Indiana State University. We are appalled by the sentiments expressed in the video and condemn those comments in the strongest terms. This video impacts the entire campus community, but it deeply affects students from marginalized groups. Make no mistake, we hear you, we see you, we support you. We have been and will continue to work for you." End quote. That was a relatively thoughtful answer. But inside of the rubble of the answer, you don't find the answer. What are you doing to the student? Because that's why the campus is protesting. They want exacting and public reprisal here, period. And I think they deserve it. And the whole notion of somebody like this going into the medical profession when already we have the stats to prove the bias that exists that lead to the deaths of individuals permeates in that industry. All right, Jordan, hell of a thing, thoughts?
Yeah, look, the history and origins of country music are diverse, but a lot of it was created and inspired by Black musicians going back centuries. The idea that Beyoncé, who comes from the South, and that's obviously where the genre really grew and originated. The idea that Beyoncé, one of the most talented performers alive, who comes from the South, is a wide-ranging ability, can't do a country album, flies in the face of the spirit of that genre. It is so many different people, so many different groups, so many people of different backgrounds have contributed to country music in this country and throughout its history. You should celebrate it when people who traditionally are not country artists make a country album. And obviously, the living country legends have no problem with it. That's the thing. It's like you see Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton on that album, and you still think you have a firm foot to stand on. And my final point is, there are plenty of people, interests, entities that I'm willing to take on, willing to fight. I've fought with the president, the past president of the United States. I fought with the US military. I will never fight with Beyoncé fans. Whatever they say, sure, I go for it. I don't care. You win.
The Beehive, dear brother, they never forget to settle a score. So the other thing is, I love the fact that this was born out of the racism Beyoncé faced at the Country Music Awards. And that became the energy that allows for this kind of project to be before us today. So very proud of the moment that she's having right now. And naturally, we judge music based on musicality, right? Based on your ability to deliver. Did she deliver? Well, according to the sales, hell yeah, she delivered. She delivered a great album. In the urban hip hop community, we have allowance for people like Eminem. Did he deliver? Does he deliver musically in the genre? Yes, he is respected as an MC. We let Machine Gun Kelly in. That was a mistake. But we allowed him to come in temporarily, see what he can do, see what he got. All right, we judged based on the musicality.